deal. Yo, Billy Planet Puss. I'm into saving the environment, and I've been abstaining from plastic bags and straws and buying the new iPhone every year for most of my life, but I'm starting to question the narrative of certain things. Okay. You talked about AOC. I don't know what that is. The young congresswoman with big ambitions. Wasn't sure if you heard this, but in the New York Green Deal she's pushing, there was a line item supporting those who are not able to work and those who are not willing. Granted, this isn't likely to happen. I think it's insane to suggest that someone should get a check for sitting around on their ass. My question is, if the U.S. government decided to do this and civil war was pending, would you leave the country or refuse to pay taxes? Jesus Christ, dude, that you went fucking vertical on that last line. I mean, if the U.S. government decided to do it, what could I do about it? I mean, I guess I would essentially work for free. I don't know, but what's killing me is we have the money to not, with all the money that we pay in taxes, if we would get out of these fucking wars, which are going nowhere and have just bankrupted us and made a very few amount of people in this country super fucking rich. You wouldn't have to then, and like this person is now coming along and going after people. And she's not going to be able to get all of those. Super rich people do not have their money in this country. I saw this fascinating thing. I talked about this before, how they get it out of the country. You know, their corporation, they set up a phony corporation in one of these fucking islands, and all the money goes there. And then they're an employee of that corporation. And then they set up another corporation in a different island, different company. And then that corporation bills the first one. And then there's another one in another country, and that one bills this one. And they just keep moving all of the money throughout these islands. The key is it's different countries. So with each country, the IRS, I guess the amount of red tape they have to go through. And at each stop, the corporation, air quote corporation, pays off somebody locally. So it does cost them money to do that, but not nearly as much as what they would pay in the United States. And then when they get to like the 7th or 8th fucking place, that corporation then gives the person in the United States who doesn't want to pay taxes, gives them a loan. Gives them the money back in the form of a loan, which isn't taxable. And then they just never pay it back, and the corporation, quote, forgives the loan. So the taxes that person paid was paying off people in each one of those countries before it came back, which is very sophisticated. And I don't know. That's how they fucking do it. Now, this woman is not going to get those people. What she's going to do is get, like I said, stand-up comedians that are suddenly selling tickets. She's going to get kids out of college that, you know, created movement watches or started an app. She's going to basically be going after and taxing the shit out of what makes this country great. The fact that you can come from nothing and you can get to the absolute heights, you know, depending on how hard you work, your idea and your luck, anyone can make it. She's going to be going after that and completely ignoring these corporations that have bankrupted this fucking country, polluted the fucking drinking water, turned our food supply into poison, have made money, millions and billions of dollars in pharmaceutical industry, and with all these people overdosing and all these families that are ripped apart. Then she's not going to go after any of those fucking people. She's just going to get someone like me who's just a fucking individual. That's it. You saw what happened when Trump tried to pull the troops out of Syria. You saw how both fucking Democrats and Republicans were like, whoa. That's where their bread is buttered. By keeping those corporations making all that money on that fucking war, on those fucking wars. And then when they're done, they then get to go around and give speeches, and that's how they wash their fucking bribe money. And you watch this woman, for all these big ideas she has, she's going to come out the other side. She's going to be a multi fucking millionaire. She's going to have a fucking book deal. She's going to be on TV. She's going to go on the talk show circuit, and everybody's going to just sit there and talk about what a fucking inspiration she is. And, you know, it's all bullshit. And then meanwhile, you know, anybody who fucking when I had the balls to go after a dream and sleep on a futon until they were like 38 and started making some money is going to be paying 70% taxes. I guess that's the solution to it. I don't know. It doesn't seem like, you know, I know a lot of fucking people that if you just gave them a check every month would just sit on their fucking ass and play video games. Just because there's changing technology, you have to fucking join it. Learn how to fucking fix a robot's ACL or some shit. You know what I mean? It's like I'm sure there's a bunch of mechanics out there right now. If you're smart, you're starting to learn how to fix an electric vehicle rather than sticking with gas combustion engines, kind of trying to keep yourself ahead of the fucking game. That's what you have to do. You got to fucking adjust, right? I don't think the solution is to turn around. You know, if I was running shit, to take more than 50% income tax off of anybody, regardless of how much money they're making, should be fucking criminal. There's no way the person who did the job should make less money than the person taxing you. I don't know. That's just my fucking opinion. What the hell do I know? I imagine someone will tell me I need to take my head out of my ass. But I would imagine if we, you know, converted to fucking solar power and electric cars and all of that, we would take a massive bite out of the Middle East and all of those people that fund these fucking terrorist groups. And two things: they wouldn't have the money to be any sort of a threat to us. We wouldn't be fucking over there. And eventually they would just go back to fighting each other the same way they fucking did in Eastern Europe when Russia pulled out. They went right back to picking up their fights. They were like, where were we? And they went right back to fucking killing each other. So, I don't know. I know I'm oversimplifying all of this shit, but I would think because we're their biggest customer, that if we pulled out of there, that would massively hurt any sort of terrorist group's ability to try and go after us, you know? I don't know. The fuck do I know? Why do you guys ask me such deep questions? You know I don't fucking read the paper, right?